but when the father died and Heinz received some pictures or got information, he was aware that the father had that picture in his possession?
Before?
Well, I guess at the time the father died, he became aware that...
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Und ich habe es da reingeklebt, dass die zwei Brüder beieinander sind.
And she put those pictures on the side because they are brothers, so that the brothers are together on one page.
So if Kurt is 7 or 8 years of age there, that's 38 or 39, and they go away October 22nd, 1940, somewhere within that period of time, that picture had to go to the father then. Somehow the father would have had to...
Also wurde das Bild jetzt dem Vater zugestellt oder der Großmutter?
Keine Ahnung.
She doesn't know.
But I'm sort of thinking, it's not really a question, just logically, if that picture was made in 38 or 39...
Das Bild wurde 1938, 39 gemacht.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the reason it's important is then that means that the father had some contact with the mother. That's why it's important.
Warum das wichtig ist, dass hatte der Julius mit der Mutter Kontakt, wenn das Bild hatte.
Well then,
Ich weiß es nicht.
if October 22nd, 1940, they're gone, that means before October 22nd, 1940, the father had to have gotten that picture. And the only way he could have gotten that picture is two ways. Either Ilsa gave it to the Walkers, the grandparents, and they held it and gave it to Julius to have, or Ilsa gave it directly to Julius. That's the only two ways that it could have happened, right?
Was jetzt mit dem Bild auf sich hat, ist entweder, dass die Ilse das Bild den Großeltern gegeben haben und die Großeltern haben es dann Julius gegeben, oder dass sie direkt Kontakt mit dem Julius hatte.
You know, Irene, I guess, educated guesses on some of these things. If you have thoughts or ideas, or Jenny or Gerhard, if people have opinions or ideas, I don't want to steamroll people. Tell me what you think. I'm very interested in what other people think, so that it's not just coming from me.
Ja, also er will nicht nur, dass er jetzt eben seine Interpretation darstellt, sondern was denkst du, wie es passiert ist? Wie kann es passiert sein?
Die Bilder waren, wo Nachlass machbar ist, wo sein Großvater gestorben ist, dann haben wir das alles gehabt. Und da war das Bild dabei und die Bilder von seinem Ding. Und das hat der Heinz vorher gar nicht gesehen.
Das hat aber der Opa vom Julius seiner Nachlassenschaft gekriegt. Oder
da muss herkommen sein. Aber wo es herkommen ist, wann er das abgeben hat, das weiß ich nicht.
Das steht nicht.
Heinz just got those pictures when his father died. So how his father got these pictures, she doesn't know. And
but the bottom line is he never saw any of these pictures.
Before the father died, no.
But for this first picture that I'm spending too much time on, but I'm just interested in, of Kurt, and if you don't know, you don't know. He saw that picture before the end of the war, and so he knew about that picture after 1943. Is that a fair statement then? So after 43, when the father dies, at some point in time he saw this picture.
Hat der Heinz das Bild gesehen?
Ja.
Ja, wann?
Wann?
Wo der Julius schon war oder erst nach dem Krieg oder so?
She doesn't know.
Okay, let me ask this question now, because it's obviously one of the more important ones.
Das hat mitgebracht, wenn wir geheiratet haben. Das war sein Heiratsgut.
He brought those pictures when they got married. So that was everything he had.
What was Heinz told about his mother? Where did he understand his mother was?
Es war der Krieg.
Was wurde ihm über seine Mutter gesagt? Was hat er gedacht, wo seine Mutter war?
Hat keine Mutter, hat immer gesagt.
He always said he has no mother.
But he never asked, where is my mother?
Er soll nicht fragen, und dann hat er nicht mehr gefragt.
He once asked for his mother. and they told him that he wasn't to ask about his mother.
Isn't that funny? And then so Mr. Wagner, where's my brother? And he was told, you're not to ask about your brother. So when he asked this, and Irene, if you know, you do. If you don't, you don't. When he asked, where's my mother? Was he a little kid? Was he 10, 12? Like how old was? What age are we talking about? If you know.
Weißt du, wie alt er war, als er nach seiner Mutter gefragt hat? War er ein kleines Kind? War er älter?
Er war als kleines Kind hat er schon immer gefragt. Und dann haben sie gesagt, du hast keine Mutter, du bist hier bei meinen Großeltern und du hast keine Mutter. Und dann hat er auch nicht mehr gefragt. Der Walker-Opa hat er nicht mehr gefragt. Er hat gesagt, aber er soll ruhig sein. Fertig, du warst schon wieder.
Yeah, he was schon wieder Opa. I told him, Christian, my grandfather, was very severe. You asked me, what does...
And I remember you wrote that to me.
Yeah, what does this severe mean? And I told you, he was straight and he gave orders and didn't ask, no. He gave orders, so and we had to do it.
So I was just going to say, so does this make sense then? Because we have it in my family too. Like
ich habe halt gesagt, das kann doch nicht sein, dass du nicht wisst hast, wo deine Mutter ist. Aber als gesagt, Heinz, warum hast du dann nicht gefragt, wo deine Mutter ist, hat er gesagt. Du weißt doch, mein Opa, wie er war.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just translate what she said before. When he was a little child, he asked a lot about his mother. Where's my mother? And the grandparents told him, you're now staying with your grandparents and you don't have a mother. And you're not about to ask about your mother. And his grandfather was so strict and he was just, don't ask me about it.
So if the grandfather, especially in certain families, it's like what Gerhard said, if he says it and he gives you the look and the voice, then you know, don't do it again.
Yeah.
So obviously Heinz it would have been strange if he wasn't curious, but he knew not to say anything. That's sort of it at the end of the day.